got a brother
The
James
greatest Mayfield
Yeah.
out of the mud.
And you have me, Larry Lott, lots of love, mentors for success. Well, the question tonight is, the question that we have that we're going to discuss tonight is dealing with truth. It's dealing with truth. We're gonna ask a question and see if we can get some dialogue started. And the question is, what do we do with the truth? What do we do with the truth? Everybody say they want it, but what do we do with it?
Right, the truth seems to spark some attention sometimes, especially when you ain't heard it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't know the truth on certain, especially on certain aspects on certain things, like because the truth has been covered up so much, as we talked earlier. Like even small things, like truth covers a lot of stuff sometimes, so it can be impacting.
Yeah, I think some people can't handle the truth. I think that the truth is something that a lot of us in denial of.
Okay. And I believe that truth can be a blessing, it can be a curse.
Yeah.
It can make situations very uncomfortable. It can take your mind to a space to where 5 minutes ago it wasn't there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I believe that a lie creates comfort. A lie is soothing. Because a lie covers the holes that if the truth haven't been exposed, the lie will cover up them holes.
Right.
Then once the truth come in, and it's slow, it's one thing about the truth, it moves slow. Because it got to come in with time. You know what I mean? Time got to deliver the truth.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because instantly, the first thing to show up is a lie.
And when you delivering this, you delivering it to a person who's ready to hear it.
Right. But a lot of people can't receive the truth.
Right. Right.
They would prefer to hear a lie.
So what do you do in the aspect where a person believes that their lie is the truth? That's the question I pose. Some people really cognitively think that their lie is the truth,
right.
Their truth.
Right.
So how can you argue with a person about their truth, even though it could be a lie in your eyes and everybody else, but it's really their truth, and they mind programmed to say this is true. That's why I'm saying I'm true to this. This is what it is.
Okay, right. And that's cool. But you really can't, because it's like an opinion. It belongs to the person. You can believe whatever you want to believe.
Right.
And the second part of the question is, what do you do when you confront it with the truth?
I was just going to say, that leads to part two of that question that you probably like, what do you do when you confront it with it?
Yeah.
So, not like saying to you, bro, like what you just said, like some people might believe that what they believe in is actually the truth, even though it might be false to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when they confront it with it, it can be mind bearing. It can almost tear a person's like your whole physical down, especially when you believed in this. Like might have been something you've been taught.
Yeah.
Might have been something that
Probably
you just
belief.
Picked up on your own. This is just your belief. You know what I'm saying? But when you finally smacked in the face with, no, this is the truth right here. Like, how do people accept that? I don't know. Like me personally, how would I accept it? It depends on what it is. I ain't gonna say it depends on what it is, because no matter what it is, you got to take it to the chin. Right. No matter what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I corrected myself before I just let that all the way out there.
Okay.
Because no matter what it is, you have to be prepared for it, whether you are or not, but you have to take it to the chin. You know what I'm saying? Because, in fact, this is what it is.
Right.
Like, no more at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it is. So, like, I don't know, like, that's a rough one right there, bro. That right there is something to really think about. You know what I'm saying? Like, for one, how am I supposed to know? If I'm believing it, how am I supposed to know your truth is really the truth if I'm believing in this?
Right. I mean, oftentimes you don't believe.
Right,
you believe
right.
what you want to believe,
Right.
but then when the truth actually show up in time. Now, time can be based on your understanding too.
Right.
You know what I mean? As your mind develop and as as you experience life, you know what I mean? Then you can be like, because it's certain things that we believed in once upon a time that we found out was in fact not the truth.
Right.
What did we do after that You know, at that point, and I like to use an example, and that's like Christmas. Now, at one point or another, all of us, well, I'm just gonna safely say, you know what I mean, the majority of us anyway, believe that there was a Santa Claus.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Now,
indeed.
and that's a damaging lie. But we believe that. So did we? Once we found out, ain't nobody delivering no gifts. Oh, that's mama them wrapping that stuff up. That's daddy. Well, that's daddy delivered that.
Right.
Okay. So once we know that, what do we do? Do we take it to our kids as being so it can be the truth for them and they can get duped like we got duped?
Right.
And you actually giving someone else the credit for
what
your
you
work,
actually doing.
for something you done.
All because, and you can't say because you don't want to let your kids down, because that ain't even letting your kids down, let them know it ain't no Santa.
That's being
That
truthful.
I'm realer than who Santa is.
Come on.
But we can, I ain't gonna say, I said we because I did this.
I'm
the
guilty
Santa
of
lie
it
at
too.
some point in
But then
time.
that's why I say, what did you do with it? Now I've grown to the understanding with time. Like, hold up, I can't pass this lie on. Matter of fact, I'm doing myself a disservice because I'm putting somebody else above me in my action.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
In my household, on
Right.
top of
Facts.
that.
It ain't even here.
That's deep.
Come on,
That's
man.
deep. Okay.
Come on now. That ain't part of being what a man is about.
Right. I done made some other man better than me
Better than
inside
you.
my own domain.
And guess what? He wasn't. You ain't never believed he was your color.
Never.
You know, so
Even when you bought the little pieces that went around your house and stuff like that, it was just
The
a
ornaments.
decoration.
Yeah.
It was just a we knew that man was not pronounced as that color.
We try to fix it by going out buying a black Santa.
My boy, exactly. My boy, exactly.
We got the plastic things they used to hang up with the black Santa
Yeah.
face. You know what I mean, and all that. But
Medicate yourself slowly.
Right.
You feel better.
All little ornaments over the fireplace hanging on the tree and
Right.
stuff.
But just people playing with lies, in which playing with lies, you playing with the truth.
Right.
Because the truth is there. It's just do a person want to embrace the truth and accept it,
Right.
and say, hold up, man. That's like, is you so stubborn to where you know you believing in a lie, but you gonna trick your mind to believe it anyway?
Man.
Or is you gonna say, hold up, man, this is a lie, man. Let me back this up. Matter of fact, this ain't no. Let me take this out my truth, category
Right.
and put it over there with the lies.
Right.
That's exactly right.
And now I can live my life.
Lie, you the fool.
Oh yeah, I can live my life on a higher level because I'm functioning in a higher space.
Right.
So, do you believe a person can feel the truth? Because how do we know that most things that people tell us is even true? How do we know a bird was really called a bird?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's somebody else telling us that. So I feel like I feel the truth in certain things.
I feel like you can feel the truth until something otherwise
Just
comes
show
to
you
this is the truth.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's part of one's
give you a confirmation that that's
right. Exactly. So yeah.
Goes back to I'm more like a show me person. You got to show me different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if this is what I'm on, like you said, if that's a bird, it's been called a bird. It's gonna be a bird until you physically and mentally show me different. Like, look, this damn bird. So it is what it is.
Because you could tell a lie for so long to where it's identified as just that, and everything but a lie.
It ain't
is
even a lie no
identified
more.
as the
It's
truth.
just something
Right.
that's being told.
Yeah.
But I think the truth holds its own value, though, and the truth is something that you can't hide. It's almost like a bad spill of water. It's gonna find a way to get out.
Yeah.
You can only lie for so long.
Yeah.
And you can only tell this story, this amazing, unbelievable story, until you actually get caught in it. Until the truth will find a way out. It'll find an exit and prevail itself to you.
Reveal
It will reveal itself to you. Yeah.
That leads me back to something my mama said to me back in the day. Like, the liar's biggest problem is you got to learn to keep up with all the lies you
I
tell.
swear. That's why I say most good liars, people that lie a lot, got a hell of a memory.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For real, seriously. I was gonna touch on the memory part.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they got a hell of a memory. You got to be able to, because once you get to coming up with these endless trails of lies, you know what I'm saying?
But
You be like,
just think though, you got to be like you said, a hell.
and you got to remember who you lying to,
who you lying to,
and what
when
you lied about.
Exactly.
Who you lied on?
Exactly. Exactly. Because the minute you be like, huh, what's up, bro? Somebody brings it. Oh,
He gonna know I'm lying.
So, like Like, what you, man, nah, if it was
I didn't know you knew him. Now they gonna find out.
man.
You know, so yeah, you know, but that truth is a very powerful word, and it can be used as a tool to actually uplift your life and change your life, change your world. You know what I mean? For real. You know. But very few people deal in truth, but everybody say they want the truth.
Right. Until they get hit with it.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, in most cases. Because they say the truth hurt. You know, and that's a fact. You know, whoever coined that phrase, yeah, they said that thing hurt.
Because they got hit with some truth, evidently.
Right. And everybody that been hit with truth, you know what I'm saying?
That affected them somehow. Like, no, it don't matter what the situation may have been. It was something that you thought. It was just a thought until you found out that your thought was wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
what do you do at that point?
Take it to the chin. That's what they can do. Bro with it, like, especially if you know that this is it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the truth. So, I mean, what can you do with it? But accept it.
Learn from it.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, you have to.
Right. Facts.
Sometimes when I sit back and think about it, and like what I was just talking about, how some people believe that their truths, their lies are truths. Sometimes I've been trying to practice this a little bit lately. I like to sometimes put myself in the other person's shoes and try to think the way that they're probably thinking before I come up with what I want to say to them or what I want to do. And then if you can look at it from that perspective, you can see what their truth or lie is and see why they really believe that. And that way you ain't got to really beat them down that much. You can say what you say, because if you get mad about the lie that you think what they're telling you about, then it wears down on you, because now you got an attitude, or now you're using this energy to dislike them, when you can try to understand why they came up with the lie.
They believe. Right. Yeah. Why they believe the lie. A lot of times it be all about who delivered the lie to you.
Exactly.
You know, the proper person bring the lie to you, you're going to take it as a truth.
Exactly. Like, look.
And you're going to be ready to argue with anybody, you know, until you're going to be ready to defend what you believe is the truth.
Especially if it comes from a safe place.
Yeah.
What you call a safe. Somebody
right. Somebody that you respect, or somebody
exactly.
that you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, a lie spreads, you know, very fast. Some of the diseases spread fast, but a lie is a bad.
Man.
That's a bad term. It can get out there. It gets around.
Why the truth don't spread as fast as a lie?
A lie is promiscuous. It's promiscuous. It don't belong to nobody.
You remember that cartoon character used to lie to us on cartoon, Captain
McBride.
McBride.
I said no. I used to like the big rooster that used to be lying. You know, Longhorn Frog.
Yeah.
Oh, but Big Bragg, he was a beast. He be talking about, I grabbed the umbrella, I flew out the.
What happened, Commander? He said, I parachuted myself to the ground.
Yeah. You know, I pulled out my jacket and I just, you know, made a soft landing. You know, straight up. Man. But yeah, man, you know, just, you know, that truth need to be used more. You know what I mean?
Aggressively?
Yeah. You know, I'm talking about just aggressively. And then people have to be able to accept the truth, understand that you don't have to agree with everyone about everything. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why we come like this in this type of setting and we present these conversations, because these are different great minds. You know what I mean? Right. They don't think like robots. We're not thinking off of social media. Not that there's nothing against social media, but we're not thinking like that. We just coming with your everyday thoughts, living everyday real lives. Right. You know what I'm talking about, and talking and speaking on every, you know, subjects that we all can get something from.
Right.
You know, straight up.
Going back to say something that you guys just mentioned, like, and sometimes we gotta realize who we be believing in too. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, cause that plays a major part in everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know who you picking that side with, know who you trusting. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it can be detrimental in the end.
Facts.
Especially if you following or going behind the wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you might not think it. Like you just gotta know. Like, and certain, like, I mean, we grown, so we understand more. But like, to anybody that's youth that might be hearing this right now, you have to know who you believing in and who you following out here.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because you can be being led off of a lie. In most case situations, it'd be a lie.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? Like, so you have to know who you dealing with. Like, who you listening to. You know what I'm saying? Like
who's in your ear?
Right.
You know,
Right there. Right.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who's in your ear? You know, a lot of times people don't. You know, they don't even want you. They feel like what the youth need to understand is every good leader was once a good follower.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
He had to learn his skills from somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I didn't just pop up and be like me. It was an influence of all the leaders that I followed or the people that I did, admired. You know what I'm saying? You know, right. and so on and so forth. But don't be scared to follow the right person.
The right person.
You know what I mean? Right. Don't be nobody's send off neither. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, you can get drunk and listening to one of your partners or something. And find yourself in a situation where mama can't help you.
Right, well, you ain't coming home no
more. You ain't coming to the crib. The kids be grown when you get back.
Because you listening and following behind the wrong people.
Exactly. So that's very, that's part of the truth. And knowing that, hey, this person, when you look at a person's life, man, what is you into? What is you doing? Oh, man, you just hanging on the block, smoking blunts, playing PlayStation. Man, hold up. Matter of fact, man, I'll be back, man. Right. Let me go find something. I need a life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me find something meaningful.
Because all that takes part with growing of age. When we were young, we knew the stuff that we was doing wrong, we knew it wasn't right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So that right there was the truth and the lie right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see what I'm saying? Like, so people when they say when you get a certain age, you know better. You supposed to know better.
If
like,
you
know
know
what I'm saying?
better,
So,
you do better.
Exactly. So when you looking at certain people, like, bro, so you're supposed to be able to feel it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to feel when it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Like, I know that this situation ain't right, and this is steering me and carrying me in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to know when the bag got up, so you don't even have to look for the truth past that because you know it already.
Correct.
And stop building yourself up with lies your whole life. Like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Knowing it ain't.
To get smacked in the face with the truth, and then it hurts you because you already knew it in the beginning anyway. So, no, it's deep, man. It's a thought process, man. It's all on how you carry yourself, like what you doing, you know what I'm saying? Like who you believing in, like you said, who you letting in that ear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't let everybody whisper in that ear.
Who influencing you.
Exactly.
Right, but a lie it draws a lot of attention. Everybody wants to hear it. See, when
you
tell a lie,
it's so soothing to the ears.
Yeah, it's people. Did you hear it? Did you hear what happened?
Right.
Yeah.
And it just goes so quick, like wildfire. It just spread.
I think a lie faster than a bullet.
Man.
No, that ain't no lie.
You dropping it,
man. It ricocheted, and it'll be from here, there, and everywhere.
Right, like you said before. Everybody heard.
Now the truth got to come through, but the truth got a hard job,
man.
Because the truth got to convince.
They got to hit all the right ears.
It got to convince. It just can't come and be the truth. It got to convince. You know what I mean? Because this lie was so strong. You know what I mean? And people held on to it and don't want to let it go.
Yes.
To accept
the was so good. I don't even want to hear this truth right now, man. Like
right.
I was sucking this lie up, man. Like this lie was good as hell.
Yeah, it made me feel good.
Yeah.
You
gonna come crush this, like.
So
it's like thinking you hit that scratch off. You just didn't scratch your partner. You knew you hit it. Got like I don't even want it. I'm just gonna take it to the store. They gonna tell me I'm right.
Right. Yeah. So that's one thing. Now another thing we want to touch on. Want to know what is your most valuable asset?
I would say for me, my most valuable asset is my mind and my mindset.
Okay.
Because my mind and my mindset will put me in the situations or put me in the places that I want to be in, and I have dominion to do what I want to do.
Okay.
Right. So I would just say my mind and mindset is my most valuable asset.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Be straight up. You know what I mean? What about you, Brother Calvin?
Believing in self.
Believing in self. That's your most valuable asset?
I mean, because we get low sometimes and doubt. We see doubt we in doubt of our dreams, careers, or whatever we're after. Sometimes we get in doubt. And we have to reinvent our spirit, our positive side, and go after what we're going for. And I don't know about everybody else, but I know my personal self. You can run into things that you try to achieve, and you fall short, and you can hang your head. But I've learned to bounce back and challenge that decision and go after it and beat doubt.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my strongest.
So no. And Brother Kid.
I say my brain.
Okay. Okay.
Kind of keeps me coming up, you know what I'm saying, with things, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know, without being able to think, I wouldn't be able to focus, wouldn't be able to get things done, you know what I'm saying, so.
Okay. And for myself, I believe that my most valuable asset is time.
Hmm.
You know, mainly because you can't start it over.
Hmm.
You know, a second that just went by, you'll never in your life see it again. You just hoping to see another second in front of that.
Hmm.
You know, and that time is something that we can waste, but we only get a certain amount, or it's something that we can use productively. You know, which says, okay, how Pac said, how long will they mourn me?
Right.
How long is they gonna remember you, and what are you gonna be remembered for during this time while you was here? You know, so I would definitely have to say time. You know, even when it comes to punishment. You know, they don't want your little cars, they don't want your little clothes, they don't want your shoes, your little jewelry. They want your time.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
All that can stay where you left it at.
Yeah. You know, they'll get that later on. They ain't tripping about that. They want your time. You know? So if it's that valuable to them, it should have some value to you and us. You know.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was reading a text message, and it was some things that different people was asking me to do and be a part of, but I got so much stuff on my plate, and I got to thinking, like, I can't keep on spreading myself that thin, you know what I'm saying? So it's like some things, even if I really want to do it and can't do it, I got to start looking into that, like my time, like, you know what I'm saying, and being able to say no. It's okay to say no sometimes. It don't make you a bad person.
Right.
You can't save the world. You can't help everybody, but at the same time, people want your time, like you were saying. So when I do think about it, that's very powerful. And I think if out of what everybody has said, that might come in number one. Mine could be second, or second what Calvin said. So that's deep though when you really think about it. And I said what I need to really start doing is not making myself so accessible, because I do that a lot trying to help everybody. But then me doing that, I can't really get to the real business that I need to do and the building that I need to do and the shadow work I need to do to build myself, because I done dedicated some of my time.
Right.
And I just really feel like now thinking about it in life, before I give a lot of time to somebody, I got to make sure that my cup overflows so I can have that time. And I feel like us as people should make sure our cup is overflowed, that then we can give time and resources and other things. And my cup ain't overflow, so I got to start guarding that.
Yeah. You know, guarding your time is kind of like guarding your peace. You know, because you know you have to definitely make a conscious effort to manage your time correctly. You know, as well. I mean, I'm guilty. I'm really speaking to myself. You know what I mean, for real. You know, because you know, you only get a certain amount. And you know, I remember growing up, as the years would roll by, you would say, "Man, you know, it's my birthday. I'm celebrating. Okay, I'm celebrating. I'm having a party. I'm doing this. I'm going out. I'm doing this. I'm doing that." Then as the birthdays keep coming, you know, then you find yourself just grateful to see another day. Especially when you look back on your journey and say, man, I'm still here, but it's against all odds. Because the odds was, you know, I'm going to be
Stacked against
yeah, they've been stacked against me. And, you know, not to say that nobody made it through, because you stumble, you fall, but you get up and then you realize, man, hold up, I ain't got that much time to be playing. You know, kind of like the way, like Dorothy on the way to her grandmama's house, on the, what is it called, the big
Wizard of
Yellow
Oz.
Wizard of Oz,
Yeah, Yellow Brick.
you know, you've been playing around so much. Now you ain't got that much time to fulfill your destiny. By the time you figure out what your destiny is, whatever it may be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a big deal. Time. I haven't. Yes, I'm an aging brother. And, time is valuable, because all the things that we want and say we're gonna do, we say we're gonna. Time just close in on you when but you ain't putting on nothing, doing nothing with your time. Next thing you know, you're 36, you're 42, you're 50, and
You ain't doing a damn thing with yourself. Not nothing.
You know how I heard somebody tell somebody once upon a time, it was cliche-ish, but he said it. He was like, man, you know, if you knew back then what you know now, you would still be right where you at.
Ooh. That was a slap in the face.
well, I hope it woke him up.
That mean he
Better had to woke him up. That's some truth for you right there.
That's the one that probably heard it.
Because when my man thought about it, you know, he couldn't even say nothing. He was shocked, you know, because he heard the truth. And he said, if you knew back then, if you knew right now what you knew back then, if you knew back then what you know right now, you'll still be exactly where you at. Because you know what? Some of our best thoughts got us where we at in life right now today.
Yeah.
Some of our best thoughts got us here.
It wasn't sitting down not doing nothing. You had to think of something to get you where you was at.
Yeah, I mean, wherever you at in life, wherever you at in your
Exactly.
world, wherever you at, some of your best thoughts and thinking got you exactly where you
Some
at.
great moves was made off
Okay.
of those thoughts.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, so you know, some thoughts was better than others.
Right. Right.
You know, but your thoughts gonna always manifest themselves through your actions.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you run around, you're being remote controlly operated through your subconscious. You know, but yeah, it's gonna always manifest your thoughts will manifest themselves through your actions.
Right.
You know.
In your presentation of where you at, right, in life, you know, all this time that you done put in living, and what you have accumulated, and where your status is. You know what I mean? You work, you go from this and this, from a teenager to a man, 21, 25, 30. You supposed to elevate and grow. Like you said, you got to sit back at that time and use it wisely.
Right.
Because it ain't, you know, you ain't plan, you don't know when your day gonna be expiration coming.
Man, I'm sitting here thinking about what he said. Like, it's just like you can't get that second that just went just then. You ain't gonna get that back.
You'll never see that second again in this world.
Deep, man. That's
Watch
right
this.
there,
I'm finna do
that's
one better.
exposure.
Watch this. I'm finna do one better. Check this out. Since we on the subject of time, right? I'm gonna do one better. What would we say the average lifespan for a human being these days is? What would we say? For a man. Now you know women outlive men because
Right.
if we sit down once we reach a certain age, we through.
Right.
You know, they outlive us, I believe, and according to my portion of understanding,
Right.
that because they stay on the move, they stay at the PTA meetings, they got the grandkids, they going shopping, they cooking. You know, as soon as we sit down and grab the remote, it's over.
Right.
Yeah, the little term life policy, you know, might get used. You dig? You know, but I'm asking the question, but you know, just around the room. What's the average? We'll just use a man. Okay, what's the average? Since we all men, what is the average lifespan of a man? What would we say?
I'm saying coming from our community, I would say it's from 40 to 70, anywhere in
We
between
want to
that
go with the high
range.
end.
The high end is 70, I would say.
70 for
70.
you. Okay, what would you say, Brother Cal?
I would say about 75.
Okay, 75. Okay, what
Which
you
will
say?
take it.
I was kind of going the area view like a healthy person, a healthy
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's like 75.
It's rare to catch a men, black
Right,
men,
right.
Natalie. So I'm hopeful, and I ain't planning on going nowhere no time soon. But
that's something you really don't
check
wanna
it out.
hear.
Watch this. Watch the play though. Hold on. So we gonna say I'm planning on living probably about 80 something, at least
Right,
80 something.
right.
Let
Give
me
me
get
that.
that out.
Please
At least let me
give me
get
that.
a slick 80 ball out you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Straight up.
Slick 80
You
ball.
look, now check this out. So I'm gonna go with the high end since mine was a little higher. I'm gonna go with that, right? But check it out. All right now, so we're gonna say 80, right? Okay, so that's 80 years. You know what I mean? We're gonna go 365 times 80. That's 29,200 days. 29,200 days. 80 years now. That's on the super high end because, you know, it's rare. You know, it's a lot of 80-year-old black men that don't have friends they can really kick it with from way back in the day.
Right.
So, you know, so that's 29,200. Okay, now, who the oldest, well, who, on camera and on mic, who the oldest gentleman here? I said, you, Cal?
I'm 62.
You 62.
Okay.
Okay, now remember that was 29 too, right? Now, according to, now we just going to 80. Now you said 70, but okay, you 62?
I said 75.
Oh, 75. Okay, at least that. You an exception. 62 times. That's 22,630 days that you already lived.
I don't want to see that. I want to see past that. But
You see what I'm saying? I mean, so I'm showing this as an example to say, man, you can't bullshit with your time.
Man.
Exactly.
I hate to admit it, but I don't like that life expectancy thing. It's the truth, though.
Yeah, we all, man.
it is the truth.
Yeah,
And I say that sometimes the truth can be detrimental.
yeah.
I'm sitting here like, Larry
Thinking
over
about days.
Larry
Years
had no
sounded better,
days.
but
Like, look,
days don't
I-
sound as good as
reality
years.
kicked in, right? I said, man, we only live thousands of days.
Yeah, come on,
Like,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody ever broke it down to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I didn't even hear 30,000 days. I heard 29,000 and some days. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, we live thousands of days. Like, and then you can think about it like, days really ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because days, they be
They
going
go by so fast.
like that. You know what I'm
week
saying? Like,
shot by. That week shot. That that month shot by.
it kind of almost got scary. And bro say, Cal said, yeah, I'm 62. And he made his even shorter than what we kind of threw out. He like, yeah, I said 75. I mean, honestly, you only gave yourself 13 more years.
Yeah.
That's scary. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you don't want to think like that, but it's the truth. Because like you said, in reality,
but
like,
then so now, that's right. But now your decisions
It's what
should
based
be,
on
should be based on
if you go farther than that or
come on.
shorter.
Come on now.
I said a healthy man.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But we said 80, golly. I said a little 80 roll.
But who's to say that?
Consensus was in
What
the
we
70s.
consider this healthy is the truth. Like, I'm just now back to that again. Like,
Right.
they say if you eat this, you be healthy. Like, man, there be people who be vegetarians their whole life and still die before we do.
Yeah,
Like-
people never smoked a cigarette.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
and still
Then you
catch
take a person-
cancer.
hold on. You
Like-
take a person that smoke every day, chain smoke, smoke and do whatever they do.
Smoking they
And
sleep.
they outlive everybody.
Right.
Yeah, so, but
I work in the medical field, and I've been doing this for a long time, helping people and people's aging and in the process. And you may be fortunate to live to be 75 or 80 or 88, but you may not have all the faculties to know that you.
Right.
You don't even, you may not be blessed to know and
Right.
cognitive to know how old you are. You may,
Right.
in physical, you are that age,
Yeah.
but you don't know it. Because you don't know what you're going to lose throughout the journey. Because, this thing we call life is a marathon.
Right.
It's the distance that we're talking about.
you can't
So-
you better not get out of breath running this thing.
So can I ask a question real quick?
Go ahead, yeah.
Inside of what you just said.
Okay.
This is to everybody in the room.
Okay.
Would you rather live to the point and die where you comfortable when you die when you reach a certain age, or would you rather live and be dysfunctional, like you said, you don't even like just to get to a higher age? You know what I'm saying? Like that. You see what I'm saying? Like that's some truth for you right
Yeah.
there. Like okay, in what we put, okay, if I can live to be 75 and I be healthy and stuff like that, and I got all my sense and stuff like that, I feel like I ran a good journey. You know what I'm saying? This and that. Rather, man, I made it to see 92, but I was delusional. I was dumbfounded. I people had to take care of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, would you want to put that on? You know what I'm saying? Somebody, or would you rather is it going out like a champ just because you went out healthy with your pride? You know what I'm saying? Or do you want to put your dysfunctions on other people just to live longer?
Right.
Like-
exactly.
But-
Exactly.
Well, for me to answer that question, and I know we live and everything, but look here, I ain't planning on going nowhere.
Right.
So
Right, I'm just saying.
Long as you can take it, I'm gonna be here.
Okay.
So that's my response. Let the record reflect. As long as if you need to know how I feel, go back to this video.
Right now.
Yeah, as long as you can
Well,
take it,
listen
I'm
up.
right here. Count me in. Huh?
Yeah, put this one up in the
Yeah,
archives.
man. Now you already know.
Back to diapers we go.
Hey, they say you a child twice
Twice a
in your
child,
life.
once an adult.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I ain't
So they
gonna.
say you're supposed to live that long because they say you go back
Hey.
to childhood.
Yeah, you got to return back. You know, and like I always say, you think the leaves from last year are coming out this year, or you think the mosquitoes you was dealing with last year gonna be here this summer?
Oh, that's it.
Ain't no question.
Man.
Everything revolves and recycles. It
Exactly.
recycles itself. You know, you think once you made that child, your job wasn't really considered you handled what you supposed to did, procreated.
Man.
You know what I mean? But then at the same time, now comes the responsibility of raising that child.
Exactly.
And you know what I'm saying? And I really, now my brother Calvin, I really, seeing him as a man and growing up and how he is and was about his kids. You know what I'm saying? His kids influence him to, lead the streets and all that. You know what I mean? And when you make a decision like that, that's facing the truth. And it's very difficult.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you choose, it's like choosing life over death without you even knowing it.
Right.
Because you could be on the crash course and then you can say, hold up, man. I'm turned around. I got a responsibility. I got to handle this right here because they need me.
Right.
Then you getting away from the selfishness at that point. It ain't even about self. You saying they need me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it takes strength to be able to say, I'm choosing them as well.
Right. Because it'll be selfish for you to say, I need me right now to even take care of y'all. Like,
All the time. That was
selfish,
part of
right.
the excuse that
Right.
we bought into to do what we do. Oh, I'm taking care of my mama. I'm taking care of my whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah. And after leaving my family, being taken away from my family, I didn't leave. They snatched me off the stage, but let the record reflect. But after leaving my family, and I said, damn, it's Father's Day. You are a father. You ain't got too many cars coming in that mail. I said, but you know what? I say, and all the people that I made up the excuse, I lied to myself. Oh, they need me. I got to take care of this. I got to pay them bills. I got to do this. I got to do this to get that. You dig what I'm saying? When all the while it was really for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I used them as an excuse to myself to prolong what I was doing. And then I sat back and I thought about it. I said, man, you know what? I said, man, ain't nobody fell off because you gone. They ain't need you like you thought they did. What you did was created some poor hustlers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I would have done them much better by saying, no, you know what? I'm going to get me a job. I'm finna work. I advise you to do the same thing.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
as opposed to me.
This is what it's going to take to survive.
Right, because as opposed to me taking penitentiary chances for monetary advances, and then I'm being the one taken away.
Right.
Ain't nobody else leaving with me. I ain't carrying nobody with me.
Said a lot there.
Straight up.
Right.
So now, when you faced with that type of truth, what do you do with it? When you return, you say, hold up. Let me be an example. Let me show you how to do it the right way. And plus, let me see, how is they going to remember me? What am I going to be remembered for? What contribution did I really do to help somebody? You ain't got to change the world because everybody ain't come here to change the world. Everybody that came here is not going to be able to change the world. Right. But what did you do to help anyone in a positive way to where years later they can say thank you for what you done? And it wasn't giving them a sack. It wasn't doing this. Or it wasn't, telling them to do the wrong thing. It was some news that they could use that really taught them how to live instead of die.
Right.
Wow, that's powerful.
So yeah, let me quit Bogart. Come on, like somebody else. else.
Hey,
Like dog, like
yeah, you let it go. You let it go because that's what they need to hear. That's because that's what we need.
Yeah.
And like I say, this father thing that you hit on, it don't come with directions.
No instructions.
No instructions. And you father somebody that you just you're just trying to get down with, or you ain't planning on knowing this person for 30, 40 years the rest of your life. You just
Right.
17, 18 years old, getting down. You just trying to get it in. They just
Right.
say, just get the head in. You just trying to, he come out
that one little phrase, no Diddy or whatever they say for the record. Hey, that one little phrase been used a lot of times by a lot of different people.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You
So,
find yourself and
what you say? Hold up, cuz said the best. Like he told me years ago. He said, "Cuz, you know what?" He said child support was whooping him. You hear me? Child support was on his head. You hear me? So he said, "Cuz, you know what?" He said, "Man, you know what I discovered? You go in playing and you come out paying."
you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Thinking you a player.
Yes, sir.
Find out at the end of the day, at the end of the payday, you've been played. They swiping your butt
But the government, with the taxes didn't take, the child support
Man,
took.
raping.
Yeah, you know, but
the court get your check.
yeah, but like I was saying, but like Cuz saying, but you know, it didn't come with instructions. But we all have an obligation, you know, to give back to that which we created.
Exactly.
You know, a lot of us, like myself, I didn't get a chance to raise my children, but I do have a child I'm raising. But you know, when you miss that opportunity, that's what grandchildren is for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Second chance.
That's a second chance. You know what I'm saying? To get it right, or to do what you should have done in the first place when you didn't have time to do it. You know what I mean? You know.
Too busy trying to grow up fast.
Yeah, trying to live your life. You know, it's all about you.
And that's effect that right there out there to listeners, and especially to the young men that's out there, you know, moving around with little pretty ladies, and be careful.
Make sure they can read and stuff. Hand them some paper and say, "Read this to me, babe."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, because you know, we have children, you know, without investigating anything. You might not even know her last name. You find out. You know,
In most cases,
We're telling them that.
yeah,
Everybody be
talking
going
about you.
going off of nicknames and shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, so we have to really breed, because we want to make some wise children. We want our children to be better than us. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know, we know that's the type of legacy you want to leave
Pick your
behind.
queen you want to put a baby in.
Yeah, exactly.
Pick her.
Yeah.
Know
you
where she been.
Right.
Well, family, try to find out all that before you get to that point, you know, but, you know, you just don't go off the cuff like when you're young, you know, but you live and learn, and that's if you live long enough to learn, to get the message, you know what I'm saying? So just be mindful, and I try to fix it early. I got the message early, like you said, you know, it was child support, and they took my check, and you found out, you know, it wasn't even about the check, bro. It was about the kid.
You know what, Calvin, I was sitting over listening to you, and something came back to me yesterday when you was talking about the procreation and who you procreate with and lay down and have the fun. We had a young lady on here last night on the All Purpose podcast, and she's dealing with cancer.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
She's a beautiful soul, but what she said yesterday was deep, and it was real, and I thought about it. She was like, you know what? When I pick a significant other or a friend, I look at that person, we had these experiences, and I sit there and wonder, if I hit rock bottom and they hit rock bottom, can I still deal with this person? And that's how I choose my friends and my lovers from that. And it was deep when she said that last night.
Right.
Cause yeah, wow, that's a deep statement, because we don't look into things, you know what I'm saying, the way we should. You know, a lot of times I find, you know, we pick what we like. You know, you love what you need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real. You pick what you like, you love what you need. You know, for real. And you know, we have to really just, you know, think about that, you know. You know, I guess I read a story I read a short story by this author called J. California Cooper. The name of the book is The Matter is Life. And I advise anybody, if you can get that book, read that book, because it could change it's so many different little short stories. They're so powerful.
Right.
You know,
it means something.
But one thing, it was called, I think it was called No Lie. And it talked about a gentleman who was young, vibrant. All the ladies wanted him. He was, you know, so-called player. I mean, you know, he was a player. He was doing this thing. And, you know, ladies would, you know, he had a brother who had went off to college, but he was just playing the field. You know, he just playing the street, playing the women. And so, hold up. Anyway, but dog, he wound up messing around with a lot of different women. And women would be, you know, nice career-oriented women. They would be cutting it to him, asking him, you know, to marry him, you know. And he like, nah, baby, I ain't into none of that, you know, this, that, and the third. So as time went on, he seeing his brother calling his brother square and all that. Now, as time went on, you understand me, his brother had married his high school sweetheart. They went off to college and, they became doctors or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Had a, 2.0 family or whatever you want to call it, however you want to call it. Yeah. Beautiful life, beautiful, family. And he was getting older and older, so he was steady looking in the mirror, and he'd be seeing the gray hair pop up here, pop up there. So now, he started looking around, right? So he wound up living in this rooming house. You understand me? One bed, one room rooming house. He kept looking in the mirror over time, and then so he met he said his joint, no Diddy, his joint would start softening up and wouldn't get right like it was before. So he said, this is no Diddy too, but for the record, but nevertheless, so he was like, he seen this older lady about his age. You understand me? She doing real good. I think she a widow or something. Right. So he go over there. He thinking he looking at her like, yeah, I can go knock her. I go and marry her. I know she want to marry me like the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, he go over there, lay a mean demonstration down. Proud of his work and everything. So he cut into her, by trying to marry her. She said, "No, baby, I don't do that." The moral of the story is my man wound up in it. Then he was for Thanksgiving. He was going over his brother house, and with his sister-in-law and his brother and their family and the kids. He ain't got no. And he did have some kids, but he wouldn't take care of them. So when he got old, the kids didn't want to have nothing to do with him.
So he died lonely.
So yeah, he died lonely, man. So that's just one of the stories. But it just say everybody needs somebody.
Right.
We come from we like community people. You know what I'm saying? And when you find somebody that's right for you, you're supposed to be with that person and, be good to that person,
exactly.
For real. Yeah. Because you'll find grass is not green on the other side.
Yeah, no. Sometimes you
straight
in the mud.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Straight up. It won't even be, you think it's grass over there, jump that fence.
They got a lick of grass.
There ain't nothing over there. You know what I mean? For real. So.
Weed barrels and shit blowing around.
Right.
Jump into a problem.
Yeah. So when you gentlemen got anything y'all like to touch on,
I don't know, man. These subjects you touched tonight, man, it kind of hard to come behind, man. Like
we just
yeah, I know. We
still
chopping it up, man. But there's certain things that you said tonight, like life expectancy with us and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it all goes back to time. Like you got to do better with your time. Cause for one, we don't even put the biggest bid on our life expectancy. So why would somebody else?
Right.
It all goes back to say, like, man, you better value your time wisely as hell because
it's a blessing.
It is.
And you better see it as a blessing. People need to start counting their blessings like they count their money. See, a lot of times people don't even consider, this didn't happen to me today.
Right.
That's a blessing. Just to be able to get up on your own and walk to the bathroom or walk to work or walk that, you know what I'm saying? That's all that's seen as a blessing. So a lot of times people think blessings only come in the monetary form. You know what I mean? And that's real shallow.
Exactly.
Because the blessing the creator give you a gift. And I'm gonna tell you something else that I feel about the creator straight up. He always give you an example before he make you the example.
It's on you to take it as soon as you see it or ignore it. He always, man.
He give you an example before he make you the next example to somebody else.
If you ain't do better past this point when I gave you an example, I'm about to make you the next one.
Yeah, the people gonna learn off you.
Right.
I showed you, but you didn't want to pay attention.
So now you about to be the example.
Yeah. Next you
become not to be like.
Exactly, right. But yeah. Who we at? What to do?
50 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, we got another about 10 minutes. You got anybody asking questions?
So I was just sitting here thinking there, why would the term be coined, the grass is greener, if it's not true?
Because it's an illusion.
You sure?
I would think that's
are you sure?
No, but that's
okay. So for instance, marriage. If a person is married to somebody, you're supposed to stay with them. You don't think the grass greener on the other side, so now you go through this divorce. But then the next wife you find way better than your last wife. The grass was greener.
But that's something that's a chance you take because she could be way worse.
She could be, but it's got to be some truth in there if it's coined. Why do people get divorces when they supposed to be with that person? Or we take that vow. Why do divorce happen?
The grass could be greener to somebody. Then again, it could not be greener to somebody else. So it's.
But you would never know unless you in that. Exactly.
But the person really want to take their time and take that chance. Because we know how important time is. We just demonstrated on that.
Yeah.
And most of the time that you find out that the grass is not greener is when you done did a whole bunch of wrong to that individual.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
You
Yeah.
jumped over the fence and you thought you was popping corn over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fellas agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
You know, that's usually when you find out that you got burned. You know what I'm saying? That this is not it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's in reference to what he was implying to you. It was like, that's how you find out that the grass is not greener. Because when you picking and choosing, like my man's, he gave you a demonstration of that was when he was young, he was hot, he was the ladies' man, he was this and this.
He
and
was
this.
a guy.
Found
Reading that book, I said, damn, dog, I like that.
Found himself by himself at the end of the day. You know, so like my man say, you out here fishing at this age, you can get you a good fish, baby, take it to the house and do right by it. Cause I done did a whole lot wrong. That's the reason I'm doing right. Because I learned through my lessons of mistakes. You know, and you keep making mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't no mistake if you keep doing it. I mean, you know, I'm just saying. A lot of times we had a segment on the mistake. Is there such thing as a mistake? Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
You know, we really
got deep. You do it.
I mean, it's you know, put it like this. It really boiled down to our choices and decisions. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You know, it's your choice and your decision. Now, if you want to take a chance, that's on you. Because ultimately, you got to deal with the results of the chance. You know what I mean?
Which could be good or bad.
Yeah, it can work out differently for different people.
Yeah, sure do.
You know?
Love is a gamble.
Well, the grass ain't gonna stop getting green until I stop fertilizing it. Right. Mine is pretty green over here in my area, so baby, if you're listening, because I know you might be viewing right now, the grass is pretty green enough for me, baby.
Yeah, your grass is good. You hear me? Your grass is green.
I call True Green out every goddamn week, so baby, the weeds ain't growing, ain't no dandelions.
Go ahead and cafe, brother.
I don't want nobody jumping into my green grass. Said it's green over here. And I done jumped into some dirt.
Right.
Goddamn.
Man, for real.
A lot of landscapers out there.
Man.
Yeah.
You ain't lying about that.
We stolen lawnmowers.
Faulty equipment.
Yeah, I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of them ain't even structured right.
Man,
Cut your grass and cut you on out.
I mean, because they go both ways. They go both ways with men and women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Women real smart today, but they on top of it.
Yeah, well, they got internet and they got social media and all that type of stuff.
Man.
They really guides them. You know, that's really a dangerous
And then they got their scandalous ass homegirls.
They motivators.
They motivators to do
instigate
everything that's bull.
Yeah.
Girl, you should be. Tyrone liked you anyway.
It always be the ones who ain't got nothing going on.
That's I was just gonna say that.
Like
You can be the ones.
You can be the most happiest couple it is. And if you got somebody around you or somehow in your circle that ain't even a part of a couple, that's dangerous.
I remember
Because they're going to hate on everything you do.
Ain't no question. I remember my mother told me, say, don't ask none of your friends no questions about love if they ain't in love.
Man.
She told me that a long time ago with me, straight up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Straight up.
That's like taking marriage advice from a single person. So,
Right. And you know, you got single people that would try to tell you that.
Man.
They'd be the first to speak. You know, they got body pillows.
And a fan blowing.
Roman noodles at the crib.
Man. Ain't nobody cooking, clean, house dirty as hell. Ain't nobody cooking, clean, doing nothing.
Right.
They romancing the hell out there.
Right.
Got a comment on my page.
Okay, what it say?
Rashida said, I love this and I hope to see this continue.
Oh, thank you, Rashida.
Most
What you
deaf,
said,
most
Rashida?
deaf.
Yeah, thank you. We enjoy that positive feedback.
Thanks for tuning in and watching.
For sure. Thank you for tuning in, and we gonna definitely be here.
Man.
You know, we try it every Monday at 6:30.
If you feel like you can add to the conversation, you know, we invite people to come into these spaces and have these conversations.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Just
we
reach
do.
out to Out of the Mud if you want to come in and
Get on
put
the
your point down or
yeah.
get into these conversations. We welcome. We want this community based.
Right.
That's for anybody that's
Facts.
following and watching.
Facts.
You know, reach out, and if you want to get in, and we got a space for you.
Yeah.
And it's a certain time you can be there. Hey, come on in. We're entertaining.
Yeah, for
Matter
sure.
of fact, how many?
You don't come here talking crazy.
No, we ain't gonna have none of that because this ain't that type
See
of.
him by the door. We got to bounce.
This- Yeah.
No, what I'm saying though, how many viewers we got right now? Like, we can take some question and answers and stuff right now. You know, some Q&A.
Yeah.
5-6 minutes on
Yeah.
one of these platforms.
Yeah.
T-Sales was the only one responding. He said, Double L, what it do?
My man T says.
Great content. And then he said something about 2 weeks.
Okay. I don't know what's that. But we'll chop it up with it.
Anybody on my platform, any other platforms, got some questions?
Yeah.
For any of the guests that's here tonight.
For sure.
Or if it's something that you would probably want us to talk about in the future.
Yeah.
Suggestions, ideas.
Get out,
For that, Lessons with Larry.
Yeah. We share our portion of understanding, and try to come up with something that makes sense, that we can ultimately call the truth.
Right.
Seek truth, for real. Take the time to seek truth.
Don't be so quick to believe what
Yeah.
you hear.
Ooh.
Make sure that you got some background behind anything that you just listening to. Do not be so quick to believe.
Facts.
Because you can be hearing all the wrong stuff.
Facts.
Some other hot episodes. We ain't just started this Lessons with Larry. We've been doing this for a little while, so we got at least a couple of months worth of content we're gonna be putting out soon. So it's some real good shows that we had, some real good comments, good people we had on, great conversations, man. Y'all should get ready upcoming this summer sometime to see some ones that we're gonna release exclusively. We'll let y'all know we're gonna release them. Get y'all ready, have a countdown on them because we got some heat coming.
For sure.
Bernard Lawler said, thanks for keeping it real.
Yeah, my man, Bernard Lawler. My man, thank you. Yeah, we're going to always try to keep it real. I mean, it's so much garbage going on. Real stuff is really in effect right here. You know what I'm saying? We on what's real. You know what I mean? If it's real, let's talk about it. If it ain't, then you can keep it to yourself. Straight up. You know what I mean?
Don't come spreading that bullshit.
Right.
Right? Like, don't come like we trying to turn some stuff over. Don't come
Well,
spreading
but
anything
ain't nobody. But I mean, bullshit seeks its own level.
Yeah, it do.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
It
bullshit
do. It
seeks
only
its own
entertains
level.
people
Come
who
on,
look
man.
for it to be. You exactly right about that.
So I mean, you don't hear no bullshit, so you ain't gonna bring none unless you want to look goofy.
Right.
Everybody that's listening on all these platforms, come to Out of the Mud Incorporated. You look us up under Out of the Mud.
Yeah.
See some of the content because it's gonna be a day where it's gonna come and it's just gonna be stuff on our site. So you want to get over here, you want to get some of this good time content. I mean, real exclusive stuff. We're gonna still continue to build with the community, but
For sure.
we're gonna have some real exclusive stuff on our channel that that's what we got going on.
Yeah, we definitely trying to give y'all some news that y'all can use, something that you can think about before you make a bold decision. And not that we got it all figured out, because we all still living this thing called life, and it ain't always gonna be easy for nobody. When you think you got it bad, somebody always got it worse. You know what I mean? For real.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Leaving here today, again, it's gonna leave me with something to think about. About all the stuff that we talked here tonight about. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause we touched on some deep bases and some deep, subjects tonight. You know what I'm saying? But it's stuff that I ain't gonna say that I wasn't prepared for. It was something that I wasn't mentally thinking about beforehand. You know what I'm saying? But it's something that should have been on your mind the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna leave here tonight in deep thought process. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause we touched on some subjects that, I ain't gonna say that I wasn't ready for, but I wasn't focused on. And it's something that I need to be focused on, you know what I'm saying? Like,
We all do. I promise you. When I think about these type of things, I'm just basically we just sharing thoughts.
right.
You know what I mean? But when I think about these type of things, I have to be honest with myself as well.
Right.
You know, I ain't really talking to the people that's here or the people that's listening. I'm really talking to me first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, because I ain't got it all figured out. You know, if it was easy, because it's going to be hard, but if it was easy, it wouldn't be called life. It'd be called easy.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And life got, you know, ups and downs, you know, good highs and lows. But it's what you make it. And just know that a lot of your decisions play a part in the quality of your life and the quality of what you do with your time while you here.
That's right.
You know,
Don't give up.
no. Like Mojo used to say, if you find yourself at the end of the rope, tie a knot. Whatever you do, don't let go.
Don't let go.
You know, yeah. Yeah, shout out to Mojo. yeah.
That was the word, retired knot. Just don't let go.
Yeah, don't let go. You know, but yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. You know, and, this was another segment of Lessons with Larry, and we'll be back here next Monday at 6:30. We'll be going live. If you didn't get a chance to get it, just check it out. It's on YouTube and Facebook. You know, whatever. You know, out of the mud and Flint After Dark. And you know, you can share it or whatever if you feel like it was something said that could help somebody, you know, even including yourself included. And like I always say, chew on the meat and spit out the fat. You know what I'm saying? What applies to you, you can use, and if it don't apply, let it fly.
Let it fly.
Yeah, somebody else will catch it. They might need it. But have a great night, and you know, I would like to, you know, say good night to my distinguished guests.
Oh, man.
No problem. Same to you, bro.
Signing off. Kevin No Gates. I enjoyed it with y'all tonight, man. It was another blast. It was some most definitely worth listening to. And I will get with y'all next time.
Cal.
Enjoyed being a guest tonight. Learned a little information. I'm Cal Clemens. Peace to everyone out there.
And this has been another episode from Out of the Mud with James Mayfield, the greatest Mayfield, and George F. Grundy II.
Yeah. And this Larry Lott with Lessons with Larry, and lots of love, mentors for success.
Until next time.
Yeah, good night.
Deuces.